KnifeDope. More dope. Come and get your fix. What's up, fuckers? Your boy's back with a fresh batch of dope. KnifeDope. That's right, people. The hits don't stop. Got an interesting video we're going to do today. Interesting to me. Hopefully it's interesting to y'all too. We're going to start this video out with taking a look at a knife from Terrain 365. And then after doing that, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys 4 other knives that we would categorize as similar to the knife that's in this pouch. But whatever knife you are interested in, head on over to D&K Knives. They've got a wide selection to choose from, whether it's American or overseas. And most importantly, once you do find that knife that you're interested in, be sure to use code KnifeDope for 10% off your purchase. We love you, Don Farmer. And then once you get that knife, you got to customize it. Make it your own. Trick that hoe out. Head on over to Original Goat for all your scale needs. Be sure to use code FUCKER for 15% off your purchase. All right, people, the shilling is done. Let's get to the dope. The knife we're taking a look at today is called the Invictus ATB, Alpha Tango Bravo, and it is from Terrain 365. Let me fix this camera a little bit. I've had, full disclosure, this is not my knife. This belongs to the legendary Mr. Craig, aka Saigon Kick 2018 on IG. He is a good friend of the channel, personal friend at this point, and he's been great. He is given me tons of knives to check out. Some of these I've had for quite a while, and trying to thin the herd, so to speak. So I want to make sure that I make some content for y'all. And this is a good one. This one, price point on this is about just shy of 400. I think it comes in about 385, somewhere in that ballpark. Let's take a look at it. Detent is dialed the fuck in. She flies out, comes right back to the house. Look at this beautiful, beautiful specimen. Now, you guys may know about this knife, but if not, I'm gonna learn you. This is not steel. Crazy to think, looks like steel, feels like steel, but it is not. And we're gonna talk more about that, but let's just go over the specs real quick. Overall length on this one came in at 8.12 inches. We've got a blade length at 3.5. Our blade stock thickness is 150 thousandths. The knife is deployed via thumb studs. These are glow-in-the-dark thumb studs. Pardon me. It's not tritium like you get with the Glow Rhino. I don't know exactly what material it is, but this has to be charged in order to glow in the dark. I'm not too sure how practical that is. I mean, if you're in the fucking dark, obviously, how are you going to charge it? But I digress. This is a integrated titanium bolstered frame lock. This is the blue G10 version. Full titanium hardware, titanium pivot, pocket clip as well. And yeah, the actual, let's talk about the knife a little bit. Now, this is called Terravantium. And what that exactly is, I'm gonna try to teach you guys. It's a form of dendritic cobalt. This is Terrain 365's own proprietary version of the dendritic cobalt. It is basically a very hard non-steel that's got excellent corrosion resistance. Believe it or not, the knife world has a long history with this material. There's a gentleman by the name of Dave Boy who has been selling Mariner knives with dendritic cobalt for years. Now, this particular version here is a collaboration with Prometheus Design Works. I'm not too familiar with them. I've seen that name quite a bit. Now, Terrain 365, they produce their own proprietary dendritic cobalt super alloy in a bar stock form. It can be ground, milled, sanded, basically handled like many other metal blade alloys, but it is 100% rust proof, non-magnetic, requires absolutely no heat treat, and it will hold an edge longer than virtually any other blade steel. That's according to them, so this is all alleged. I've heard great things about it. As a matter of fact, there's a gentleman by the name of Baby Hands, otherwise known as Jamie from Blades and EDC. He did a really in-depth video on this knife, so I'm going to go ahead and tag that video because I'm sure he's probably went in a little bit deeper than I did. But fit and finish on this thing is fantastic. We've got that 50/50 finger choil, which does allow for that full purchase, no refund. We've got a drop point with some type of spear point vibes on it. Nice high flat grind on that. Not too sure why they've got that fuller there, because it's not exposed. You can't use it as a deployment. They have a nice crown spine here going just past the thumb studs. After that, you have a little bit of poon action, and then it goes ahead and has some swedging going on. Beautiful finish on this. I love it. I mean, it just looks great. Almost gives me some gentleman vibes, gentleman knife vibes. There is a full-length titanium backspacer, a little bit of crowned action with some jimping here at the base. Most importantly, they're making these fucking weirdos work for it. They've got that hidden lanyard post, which I'm all about. If you are going to do a lanyard post, hide that shit so the rest of us don't have to see it. Okay, let's put up a couple of knives real quick for some size comparison, and then we're going to go ahead and talk about the other knives that are in this category. First up, American Dope, the classic, legendary Spyderco PM2 S45 rendition. So the PM2 is just a hair. Actually, it might be dead money with the Invictus. Let's do another one. One y'all should all be familiar with at this time, and that is the Demco AD 20.5. So the Invictus is a little bit bigger than that. Let's do two more. God damn it, two more. Let's bring back an oldie but a goodie. We're talking about this one. This is the Gavco Thresher. This is a Michael Gavco design. So we can see here that once again, the Thresher is just about the same size as that Invictus. Last but surely not least, more American Dope, Mr. Johnny B's knife, and that is going to be the Butterfly Effect, otherwise known as Benchmade Osborne 940-1. So we can see, once again, full-size knife all around. Yeah, I'm really digging this this Invictus by Terrain 365. I think it's something that I would gravitate to. The corrosion resistance is big for me down here in the South. It's possibly big for you wherever you live. But what's more interesting is that the claims they make on this blade material, you know. I think I've seen a cut test here or there where it held up fantastic. I think the fine edge went away rather quick, but the working edge was legendary. And this is all alleged, of course. So that's knife number one for our non-ferrous knives, all corrosion-resistant knives, and that is the Invictus by Terrain 365. Let's do four more. All right, first up, it's going to be this baby. We're looking at the Spyderco Atlantic Salt 1. This was actually gifted to the channel from a friend on IG and a viewer as well. He likes to remain anonymous, so I'm going to honor that request by him. But we're looking at a beautiful sheep's foot style blade in LC200N. LC200N, it seems to have, you know, grown in popularity recently. It's an old steel, but fully capable. Takes a nice edge, fully corrosion resistant, and you know, it'll hold that edge decently. But we've got green FRN scales with some texturing. This is a back lock, so it's very secure when it comes to your lockup. 50/50 finger choil does allow for that full purchase, no refund. So you know I'm all about that. The pocket clip is kind of, I was thinking, hold on a second, let's check something out. Okay, whatever it is, it might be aluminum. Yeah, it might be aluminum. I think the same thing for that backspacer. It is aluminum, like a coated aluminum. Same thing with our hardware. I know the hardware also is non-magnetic hardware. So this is awesome. So this is another knife that's impervious to the elements, and that is the Atlantic Salt 1 by Spyderco. All right, next up, keeping those same Spyderco vibes, I got a classic. We're looking at the Native 5. This is from Spyderco's Salt series. This is actually Spyderco's first rendition of utilizing the Magna Cut, aka Magna Cum Laude, and they crushed it. We've got a back lock again for our locking mechanism. We've got the marine yellow FRN scales. This has the multi-directional patterning for your texture here. Marine grade hardware all the way around. did go ahead and maintain that all USA build with the Lynch Northwest side, titanium pocket clip, rust-proof knife, great work knife. Once again, that 50/50 finger choil gives us that full purchase. So you know, that's one to go. Two more. Another Spyderco, goddammit. How about this one? The legendary Spidey Chef. Now I know that the designer, which is drawing a blank on, but it is Marcin Sliz, I think it's Marcin Sliz. I could be wrong on that, but nonetheless, the designer designed this knife to be utilized by chefs, hence the name Spidey Chef. So they gave us the LC200N blade steel, once again impervious to the elements. Beautiful sheepsfoot slash harpoon vibes on that blade shape. Very thin blade stock, nice and thin behind the edge. Forgot to mention that this one, as well as the other two Spydercos I just showed you, are riding on washers. We've got open back construction, so it's easy for cleaning. Titanium scales have been stone washed, so that's not going to rust either. And I did throw on that Rips Garage Tech milled titanium pocket clip. I also believe that they have either treated or marine grade hardware on this as well. This is the CQI version, so that means that it's been constant quality control, or what is it, constant quality improvement. That's Spyderco's claim to fame, and that is the Spidey Chef. Last up, but certainly not least, a fairly recent acquisition. This one coming from Quiet Carry, and this is the Drift LC. Now this is version 2 of their Drift. Version 1 was in Vanex and was a full titanium build. I believe they did have another version or two that you could get with G10, but I digress. We've got a fantastic, beautiful drop point blade. Once again, LC200N. This one's got a gorgeous stonewash finish on the blade. And unlike its predecessor, they removed the thumb studs and gave us that generous cutout, as well as this one has the polyethylene bearings. So this one's riding on bearings, so your action is going to be better, obviously, than the washer version. We've got this high quality premium G10 show side scale, multi-layers going on. We got a little quarter link backspacer with the integrated hidden lanyard post for the weirdos. Titanium lock side, so that's going to be impervious to the elements, as well as marine grade hardware. Fantastic knife. It's just grown on me since I've gotten it. Well, there you fuckers have it. 5 knives that are impervious to the elements. And I'm all about it, you know? I love these knives that you don't have to worry about getting rust or worry about anything like that affecting, giving you any pitting or anything like that. It just gives you a sense of ease, you know? You don't have to worry about that shit, man. You can get to cutting and not stress it. What do you fuckers think? Do you have any of these types of knives in your collection? Do you have one that you want to share with me? Tell me all about it. Oh, also, before I forget, I ended up buying 2 of these Jack Wolf knives, gunslingers. I have one that I use constantly, which is the Purple Haze version. This is the Camo Carbon Bazooka Pink version. This has only been unboxed for my video, and it has sat in its tube back in its box since day 1, and I'm selling it $360 to your door. I paid $350. $360 gives me $10 for shipping. It will ship insured. If you're interested, let me know. A little bit more shilling there. But there you fuckers have it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Light them up. Love you, mean it. Until the next time, cut something, cut someone. Just don't cut yourself. Stay dangerous, fuckers.